I googled what the best open world gacha games were in 2024 because I was doing a video, and honestly, with the exception of like Genshin Impact, Tower of Fantasy, Ni no Kuni Cross Worlds, and Dragon Raja, I can't really think of any open world gacha games. So in an effort to kind of like fill in that void of missing information, I turned to Google. The top result was this article from Gacha Blog, which honestly is a very, very nice looking website for the most part. The ultimate guide to open world gacha games in 2024. This is hopefully going to give me everything that I need to know. Then there are also two other articles at number 2 and number 3, the 15 best gacha games for free-to-play players and the 15 best gacha games in 2024. I figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and record this because it's probably, I don't know about Gacha Blog, but these two articles are going to give us some questionable entries. Now, before we go ahead and take a look at those 3 articles, I do urge you to go ahead, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification. That way you're made up to date with every single thing that I post, and I post a lot. Very important things, pre-registrations, news, updates, you name it. Now, let's see. What makes open world gacha games unique? These images are very nice, I will admit. One might wonder what happens when you merge the randomness and strategy of a gacha mechanics with the vastness of open world games. The result is a unique gaming experience. Like, okay, Genshin Impact, Tower of Fantasy, Wuthering Waves, while they all look and feel technically, like, to a degree, to an extent, different, they all follow the exact same formula. They are not unique in any capacity. I strategize on which characters or items to pull. I don't. The top open world gacha games to play. At the bottom of the list, Genshin Impact. Can we just take a moment here to appreciate that whoever wrote this article put Genshin as the worst open world gacha game? I struggle to fathom how that is the case. Unless they're going from top to bottom, from best to worst, which is typically not traditional. But you know what? Maybe that is in fact the case. So either in first or last place is Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact does have probably the best open world to explore. It is also one of the better gacha games out there. Has undeniably set the gold standard in the realm of open world gacha games. Okay. This is probably then starting from best to worst. Number 2, Honkai Impact 3rd? So, okay, like, I know that to an extent there are like more open aspects and features like game modes and events and stuff present in Honkai Impact, but from what I've played, the vast bulk of it is not open world. It is very severely instanced. Tower of Fantasy. I mean, you know what? Yeah, I agree. Genshin Impact, definitely. Tower of Fantasy, despite the things that Hana have done wrong, I do agree Tower of Fantasy is a very fun, very beautiful open world game to explore. Honkai Star Rail. So, Honkai Star Rail isn't an open world game either. I feel like they're just taking like all of Hoyo's games and being like, Genshin is open world, so all of them must be, right? When Zenless releases, that'll probably be added to this list as well. I don't know, what else have we got? Oh, hey, look, it's one of my video. Oh, that, yeah, but like, oh no, why that why that video? Oh God, no. Wait, that was it. That was the entire thing. What? Dude, how is this the ultimate guide to open world gacha games in 2024? You're missing like at least multiple other games that I know of. Dragon Raja, Ni no Kuni Cross Worlds, and that's pretty much it. That's why I came to Google for. But you included games like Honkai Impact, which have like open world modes, but are in no way an open world game, because even the open world modes are very limited. And Honkai Star Rail, which has segregated worlds and segregated zones, you literally go through loading screens to get from point A to point B all the way to point, ZXFB213. Now, before we continue to discuss any additional games, let me take a moment here to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot thank you all enough for the support. Now let's keep talking. Okay, let's take a look at the other the other articles now, because this is actually gonna be fun. So the 15 best gacha games for free-to-play players. Granblue Fantasy. I can't say I've actually never played it. I did play Relink though. Toho Lost World. Okay, you know what? At the same time, I have not played it. Dissidia, that actually shut down. Punishing Grey Raven, yes, 100% yes. Very free-to-play friendly. I feel like I've achieved and obtained every character I ever wanted without investing more than like $5 a month. Or like whatever the premium is, I forget, $9.99, like $14.99, I don't know. Dragon Ball Legends, never played. Honkai Star Rail. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like Honkai Star Rail is fairly generous. It's not bad, but this is not comparable free-to-play friendliness to something like Punishing Grey Raven or, I don't know, Azure Lane, which I'm hoping we see here because Azure Lane is by far one of the most free-to-play friendly gacha games out there. Genshin Impact. No, I've never heard anyone say Genshin Impact is free-to-play friendly. No, not at all. No way. Like, Genshin is always criticized for not only being, I mean, it's not unfree-to-play friendly, it is moderately difficult to obtain characters, but not only are they often criticized for providing a sense of difficulty to obtaining whatever characters you want, but also for their 50-50 gacha split, which people absolutely hate. Girls from Neural Cloud. You know what? I played a lot of Neural Cloud. I think I played like 3 weeks of it, and I did not find it to be very free-to-play friendly. Ether Gazer. You know what? Ether Gazer, I'd say, like, to an extent. I don't think it's necessarily bad. I just feel as though it could be better. What is the reasoning they give here? Gacha mechanics still exist in its character pulling system. Of course gacha mechanics exist. This is literally a list of the best gacha games. That's like going into a first-person shoot, like making a list of the top first-person shooters. While first-person shooter exists as a feature, the ability to scope in, to zoom in, and to aim through your lens exists as a feature. What? Every character having stunning visuals on top of flashy techniques more than makes up for using free-to-play characters and so this isn't at all. This literally tells me that you're forced to not use the SSR characters. This isn't free-to-play friendly at all. What the fuck? Wow. Okay, this list is actually like brain dead so far. Limbus Company. I don't disagree. I think Limbus Company was okay. Blue Archive. I've played like 4 months of Blue Archive straight, and they are very generous in the currency that they give. I think I've amassed like 80,000 premium currency, and I've gotten so many characters. Now, to pull a character, it's like 1,000, like peroxide or something like that. And I think pity is hard capped at 200, just like Nikkei. There's no like soft pity at like 50 or 90 or 120. It's 200. Once you hit 200, you can 100% guaranteed purchase a character. But I mean, to get to 200, it literally just costs like 20,000 of the currency. And I spent all my currency at like the end of January, and it's the end of February. Or sorry, I spent it like middle of January, and it's only the beginning of March. So it's been like a month and a half, and I'm already back at like 27,000 currency, if that's any indication as to how free to play friendly Blue Archive is. Guardian Tales. I don't think Guardian Tales is that free to play friendly, honestly. A phenomenal game, like one of my favorites of all time, but at the same time, I don't think it's that free to play friendly. Azure Lane is the most free to play friendly gacha game there is. It's that simple. It is just there's no competing with Azure Lane in terms of free to play friendliness. I've played a lot of gacha games, and Azure Lane surprised me. It really did. Like, I've played a lot of Arknights, Blue Archive, Nikkei, Azure Lane, Punishing Grey Raven, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail. All those games have moderately difficult to moderately okay gacha systems in terms of fuck, that's messing me up. Free-to-play friendliness, but Azure Lane is uncontested. The uncontested crowned king. Speaking of, I'm surprised I haven't seen Arknights yet, but Arknights isn't very free-to-play friendly either. Another Eden? No. I mean, I haven't really played much of Another Eden, so it might be, but I don't know. I've never heard of that. Anyone reiterate that statement. And the number one most free-to-play friendly game is Arknights? No fucking way. No way. Its gacha mechanic is also praised for being free-to-play friendly. No. Like, it's not free-to-play unfriendly, but it's not free-to-play friendly. I mean, Blue Archive is more free-to-play, oh my god. Oh! Blue Archive is more free-to-play friendly, I think, than Arknights is. It's much cheaper to obtain characters and to get that guaranteed character that you want. And so is Punishing Gray Raven, but above all, Azure Lane. This is a horrible list. The 15 best gacha games in 2024, though, should be interesting. I do see Guardian Tales, and I do see Arknights and Genshin here, so maybe this list actually won't be bad. The #1 gacha game in 2024 is another Eden? No way. Okay, you know what? How much money does this game make? If every single... It makes 500 grand, and there were 15,000 downloads this month. That's it. Nobody plays the game. Nobody spends in it. How is each website listing this as one of the best? The other one was like #2. This one is #1. That's crazy. #2, Arknights. You know what? I would definitely put Arknights in the top 3. Blue Archive, Arknights, Nikke. Boom. Done. Honkai Impact 3rd. Okay, yeah, I agree. Great choice. Punishing Gray Raven. Great choice. Genshin Impact. Great choice. How they put Genshin, though, like, below all of these games, I'm sure would trigger a lot of people. #6, Guardian Tales. Totally agree. Top 10, easy. #7, Honkai Star Rail. Yep. Once again, top 10, easy. Counterside, no. I do not agree. I actually just did a video on Counterside. Good game. Not great game. Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Never played because it doesn't interest me. Alice Fiction. I did play. I didn't enjoy it. It was not very fun, very monotonous, and I feel like the free-to-play friendliness of the gacha system was non-existent in that game. Ether Gazer, very fun game, very good game. It's like Punishing Gray Raven, but without as polished character models, I think, personally. But still a very good game. Tower of Fantasy, #12. Like, as a core game, sure, but due to how it's handled, no. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, okay. Interesting, never played, can't say. Alchemy Stars, no. No, Alchemy Stars honestly isn't a bad game, but no. Definitely not. Top 15, no. I haven't seen Azure Lane. Brown Dust 2, okay, yeah, for sure. Brown Dust 2, top 10, easy. No Azure Lane. None. There was no Azure Lane. There was no Blue Archive. There was no Nikke. What kind of list is this? This is January 25th, 2024. This list is crazy. There's no way you have a list that doesn't include Azure Lane or Blue Archive or like, holy crap. Wow, that is shocking to me. What a horrible list. Especially because Another Eden is #1. Now, those are 3 pretty bad lists of gacha games, and were admittedly very fun to read through and look at. But you know what? I am curious. What are your favorite gacha games? What do you think are the most free-to-play friendly gacha games? Let me know down in the comments below, because they might help someone out. Now, if none of these games are of any interest to you, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that might be more interesting.